If you want to know how to use your YouTube analytics to finally see results, then this video is for you. I'm actually going to go into my dashboard of different videos on this channel, ones that performed well and other ones that didn't perform. And we're going to look at them and we're going to break everything down so you can fully understand how YouTube analytics really works, what to look for, and also what you can apply to your own videos. Okay, so I'm going to go actually through 3 different things that I focus on and I look at in every single video. And the third thing is something that not a lot of YouTubers talk about, but it's something that is crucial to making sure you maximize how much views you're getting on your videos. So let's dive in. So the first thing, which is probably the most important of them all, is your impressions. So we need to get impressions, because if you don't get impressions, you're not going to get any views on your videos. You need to get a lot of impressions. So how do we get those impressions? Simple. One way. Title. Title is what I want you to think of the two as one. Okay. So title refers to impressions. Okay. Keep that locked in your head. So, if you don't get a lot of impressions, it comes from not having a good enough title. And that doesn't mean that your title is terrible. It could mean that it just might not resonate with your audience. You need to make it resonate with your audience. So you might need to tweak some things, get some ideas, use some outlier titles, which if you guys don't know what those are titles that have proven to work in your niche or other niches. And then what you do is you reconstruct it and make it your own. And then usually those videos end up doing a little bit better because they've already been proven to work. And actually I have a little swipe file where I created 10 of the best outlier titles that we use on this channel and other channels as well. If you guys want that, just comment hooks down below and I'll send you those 10 outliers. Now, title is the first thing we're going to look at because of the impressions. So when I go into a video, the first thing I want to look at is those impressions. How is it doing in the first 24 hours? We like to look at the first 1,000 impressions. If you're not getting at least 1,000 impressions, it tells me that the title wasn't strong enough and it didn't get pushed out by YouTube. So that might be a reason for you to change the title. Okay, but I would give it at least 24 hours before making any sort of changes. So for example, on this video that did pretty good, in the first 24 hours, it got 80,000 impressions. So YouTube liked this title, it pushed it out to the audience, and it kept kind of compounding and pushing it out. Here's another video that did not as good, but still did decent. 16.1K impressions in the first 24 hours. Again, lets me know, okay, YouTube is pushing it out. The audience is getting in front of this video and, they're making a decision whether they want to click on it or not. And then this one only got 6,000 in the first 24 hours. So it's over our 1,000 threshold, but still not as high. So off of this, like off the bat, I can kind of say, okay, it's getting a push, but is it getting pushed enough? It might not be as sexy of a title. Maybe I need to reconstruct it and make it a little bit better, because this one obviously was amazing, right? Maybe I can take some things from this and, put it in a video like this, and hopefully it can make it get a little bit more impressions on it. And if you fully don't understand what impressions is, it's just how many times your video is coming across someone's page, whether that's them scrolling through the home feed, whether that's on a suggested video. All these different ways people are coming across your content. And again, doesn't have to be where they're searching it up. It could be them just scrolling and they pass your video. That counts as an impression. Which leads me to the second thing, is your click-through rate. Because your click-through rate, that has to do with your thumbnail, right? Are you creating a scroll-stopping thumbnail that makes someone want to stop and then ultimately click on that video? And that all has to do with the thumbnail. So let's go back again. We want title impressions. Those are connected. Now we have your click-through rate and your thumbnail connected. All right. That's the two things I look at. So my next thing is I look at that click-through rate. How is it doing? We like to stay above 5%, especially in the first 24 hours. But as the longevity goes, yes, when you get more impressions, your click-through rate will naturally start going down. But as long as it's over 5%, usually that's a good sign that it's doing pretty good. Anything above that is amazing. So let's go through all 3 videos again. This one, after first 24 hours with 80,000 impressions, still had a 7.7% click-through rate, which is extremely high, which is amazing. Okay. The next one, 16.1K impressions, 4.7. So it's a little under our 5%, but it's not terrible. Okay. So I really wouldn't necessarily make a change on this, because I will say we also do split testing, which, if you don't know, split testing is the A/B split test. YouTube allows you to test up to 3 thumbnails at a time. and it'll put them out randomly between the audience, and then it gives you a percentage of how they do. So if I scroll down, you can kind of see right here, this is how much it came up, 50.9% and 49.1%. And the test is still not done. I could make my decision now, or I could wait. Because it's so close, there's not really a clear winner. Both of them are doing its job, okay? So I'm going to look at that and be like 4.7, it's a little low, but you can kind of see how it always changes, right? So first hour 6.7, and then went up to 7.9, went down, up, and then it kind of just real low 14 hours. Then it started to get a little bit of a spike, came back up. Okay. But even with all this, I would say it is probably a little low. So maybe I'll go and change the thumbnail, but I don't change it too early. A lot of people change too much stuff too early, and then YouTube is like, all right, you're throwing too much at me. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to kind of kill it. Right. You want to also know what your videos typically do on the average. Like if you're noticing that in 2 days, you start getting a push, that might be the time that YouTube really pushes it out. And maybe you read your analytics from the second day. We've had clients that they don't get a push until the third day. And so they'll wait until that third day. And if at the third day, the 15th hour, they don't get any sort of push, and they know that their click-through rate starts going down, then they make that thumbnail switch. If it's impressions, they don't get the same impression spike, then they'll end up changing the title. Again, relating the impressions to title, and then the thumbnail to the click-through rate. All right. So, and this last one we'll look at 6,000 impressions, 5.8% click-through rate. So not a bad click-through rate. It's still above our 5%. But remember, that's only on 6,000 impressions. Okay, so not super high. And you can see this is all over the place. Started off really high with an 8.8, kind of hovered around 6 right here, then big dip down to 0, and then back up, and kind of just starting to now die down a little bit. Now, what does these spikes mean? All right, let's understand this real quick. The spikes up, down, all of that. This means that YouTube is testing different audiences. So when they test it up here, this is a separate audience than this one right here. They're testing different audiences and seeing what resonates with who best, right? And it could be if I did a thumbnail split test, which I didn't on this one, but if I did, then it would be like, okay, maybe I tried it this hour to, this percentage of people, and then this one, and it kind of keep fluctuating up and down. So this going up and down is natural. You're going to see that on any video because it's always testing a new audience and it's trying to find the best one possible. But then it's also trying to give you a broader scale. So starting to push you out to more people once it gets more information back about what your video is about and what your audience you're trying to hit. So that's the click-through rate. That's number 2. And before we go into the third thing, if you guys can smash the like button for me, that way I know you enjoy these videos and I can do more like this. Again, just smash that like button so I can create more videos like this. All right. And the third one is your average view duration. Not enough YouTubers talk about this, but it is so crucial to getting good growth on your channel. So this is the video in the first 24 hours, got 7.8 thousand views, 522 watch hours, 230 subscribers, made $18, right? The reach got 80,000 impressions, 7.7% click-through rate, 7.8K views, okay? Now, when we go to engagement, we can look at the average view duration. The average view duration on this video is 4 minutes, which is amazing. This is a 8-minute video. Now, how is that so high? Mainly that has to do with the intro hook, making sure you're hooking the viewer, wanting to stay for the duration of the video. The other thing is, we are purposely putting videos out that are 8 minutes and above. The reason we are doing that is because, number one, to get more watch hours, the longer your video, the higher chance of a longer watch hours. Again, if you're trying to hit that monetization goal, that's something that will really help you. The second reason is YouTube allows mid-roll ads on videos that are 8 minutes and above. If it's under 8 minutes, even by a second, 7:59, then it won't put mid-roll ads on. So that's something that we stay away from. We try to do 8 minutes and above, unless it's just a video we're trying to get out. But for majority of them, 8 minutes and above is our goal. So right here, 4 minutes on an 8-minute, 15-second video, that is almost half the video. So they are staying at least half the video. And ultimately, what ended up happening? Let's go to the full lifetime of this thing. After the whole lifetime, which this is like about a month and a half old, 318 average view duration, still after all these impressions, which you're about to see, 1.7 million impressions this thing got, in views, 118,000 views on this video, and still a 5.4% click-through rate. You see how it went down. It went from 7.7 down to 5.4. but that's because there's a lot of impressions, 1.7 million, and we're still getting views to date. You can even look right here, this past 48 hours, we're getting about 2,500 views a day still. And again, all from browse, guys. Almost gained 4,000 subscribers as well. But it all relates to this is average view duration, because in that first 24, half the video, people are saying for half the video. So when YouTube sees that, they start pushing it out. They start saying, hey, people are liking this content and they're staying for a long duration. We're going to keep sending them this out. Look at this. 62% of viewers are still watching at around the 30-second mark. This is something we really look at with our average view duration is these first 30 seconds. YouTube is telling you the first 30 seconds is the most important. They're telling you it right here. By having this in here, they're saying you got to have that first 30 seconds be high, okay? We aim for 65% and above. Now, this one is below just a little bit, 62%. You can kind of see our average, a little bit below. But as you see the video goes on, and people were staying all the way 7 minutes, 32% still stayed all the way to 7 minutes and 15 seconds. And you can see a little spike here too. 10 seconds, we still had 85% of people watching, which is great. So that's on this video. Now let's look at the next video. This one had a 334 average view duration. So a little bit less, okay? A little bit less, not too much, but a little bit. And kind of hurt our reach just a little bit. 16.1K impressions, 1,000 views in this first 24 hours, and that click-through rate is at 4.7. Let's look at the lifetime on this one. 330, so it kind of evened out. 330 reach, ended up only getting 20.2K impressions. I say only, but compared to that other video, in the first day, got 80,000. So this could be a little bit of a title thing, but the title still got 20,000 impressions, which is pretty good. Click-through rate's a little low. Ended at 1.2K views. It's still trickling some views in here and there. Okay. Next, let's go to the last one. This one did not perform as well. This one, and this is why. 218 on an 8-minute video. So a minute and two less than usual. This is in the first 24. Let's look since lifetime. 219. This is super low, guys, for the average of our channel. So this is something that YouTube's looking at like, people are resonating with this video as much. They're not staying as long. We're not really going to push it out as much. The lifetime for impressions, only 8.5K, only 5.3%, still above our 5%, which is good. But we only ended up getting 646 views. You saw the other videos, guys. Like, we're doing the same stuff. Sometimes some videos just don't resonate with your audience, and this is one of them. Okay, so you just got to learn from the impressions, the click-through rate, and then the average view duration. And guys, if you enjoyed this YouTube analytics breakdown, I actually have a playlist where I break down all these channels and how they're getting views, especially in these weird, boring niches. Go check those videos out over here, and I'll see you there.